Hello, my name's Colin Bennett. I'd like to share with you a fascinating story about a fascinating company. Recently, a friend of mine told me about Matol. I'd never heard of it, but the more he told me about it, the more I wanted to know. In the theatre, you know, we've got a saying that it takes 10 years to become an overnight success. Well, Matol have been around for 70 years, and they're probably one of those successful companies that you've never heard of.
The important thing is that Matol Km is quite unique, and although some people have tried to imitate it, it cannot be copied.
So let's meet some of the other people who have taken up the Matol opportunity.
It was April 95. I read about it in the Reader's Remedies in the Daily Mail. I've got lupus, and the person that had written in also suffered from lupus. And she had written to say how she had tried this tonic and it had helped with her symptoms. Obviously, it's not a cure, but any help with the symptoms is worth it. They offered a money-back guarantee, and I tried so many different herbal remedies, and I thought, well, if they're going to give me my money back, it's definitely worth a try. I started taking it, and my symptoms had been terrible joint pain and swelling, inflammation of the lungs, rashes, severe depression, and extreme exhaustion. And within 3 weeks, the joint pain and swelling had gone. I started to feel as if I had more energy. I would wake up in the morning and feel as if I'd had a good night's sleep for the first time in years. And I wanted to do things. I wanted to do housework, which amazed my family. I wanted to go for walks. I wanted to go shopping with the children. All my family are on it. My husband started taking it, he said, because he needed the energy to keep up with my newfound energy.
This is Pat Taylor. Pat, how long have you known the name Matol?
4 years. I had a very definite bowel problem, which I'd had for years, and Matol just seems to help that particular problem. Since then, unless we've forgotten it for a weekend when we've gone away, and this has happened occasionally, and we do notice the difference.
Up with Daphne Belt. Daphne, that name rings a bell. Why do I know that so well?
I'm world champion at long-distance triathlon in my age group, I hasten to add, and I also have 11 national championships.
Are we allowed to ask what age group that is?
55 to 59.
Well, you look very good on it. But tell me, when did you first hear the name Matol?
When I did the Windsor triathlon, Matol was a sponsor there, and I won a bottle for winning my age group. To be fair to Matol, I stopped taking the multitudinous other vitamin pills I was taking, so that if there was any difference, I would know that it was Matol. And after the month of using that, I stopped the Matol, and I felt very much more tired than I was. I had been tired before. I'd do a day's training, go out for a 50-mile bike ride and come back and just flop on the settee. But when I was taking the Matol, I found that I was still as fresh as a daisy at the end of it. People ask me all the time how I do what I do, and I just tell them that Matol is my best friend.
Now, I didn't particularly have great faith in herbal medicines or anything like that, but when I took the product, after 10 days of taking it, I woke up this particular day with tremendous energy. Also, I had pretty high blood pressure, and what happened was that the blood pressure didn't sort of go away within the 10 days, but over a period of time, I noticed that I was much easier. The blood pressure was sort of, because I used to have red cheeks, and that was sort of going away. As you're getting older, I mean, I'm 60, but I feel, I don't know, I feel a lot younger myself, you know, because I'm doing a lot more than I did even when I was 50, you know. Really? So I really do feel good, you know.
This is Georgina Kingsley. Georgina, when did you first hear the word Matol?
I was at a cocktail party, and somebody asked me if we were smoking heavily, and I was complaining about smoking, and she said I should try her little drink. So I asked her what it was, and she said it's Matol.
And you tried it that day, that moment?
No, I said could I have a bottle as soon as possible.
Did you actually have any specific health problems at the time? Or?
Not that I really thought were health problems. Basically, water retention, cellulite, that sort of thing. And, you know, that's really made a difference to my legs.
Really?
And I can run up and down stairs now so much easier. I just felt that I was much better generally. My legs really felt marvellous, light as opposed to heavy, which they felt for a long time. Yeah, I mean, it's just a product that I've just never encountered a product like it. And I really just feel so strongly about it.
When did you first discover the secrets of this product?
Well, 2 years ago I lost my husband, which was very devastating, and a young man came into my shop who I knew very well and said, "You must try this Matol." So I started to take it, which was about 1.5 years ago, and it's magic.
Really? So how long did it take before it actually did change the way you were thinking about life?
Well, actually, I didn't even realise it was happening, and I had to take over a business with a great deal of responsibility. I had to go to Italy to buy with not the fluency of the language. I was very stressed out. I was very nervous to fly, and suddenly I realised that I felt wonderful. I could get on planes. I was confident. I felt better. I felt very much better in myself. I couldn't sleep at the time, which was a great problem. And suddenly I found myself sleeping without even realising it, and I could only put it down to Matol because I hadn't done anything else.
This is Tony Taylor. You look like a fairly fit chap. You don't look like you need anything like this. Tell us, why have you become involved?
I became involved 4 years ago on a posting to New York. I was working for the United Kingdom Mission for the United Nations, and when I went out there I suffered quite badly from arthritis in my joints here. And a friend of mine, or a friend of a friend, he's had it pretty bad as well. His joints were tightened up with it. He says, "Well, I can put you onto somebody that's eased it for me." And I was introduced to Matol. Sue Swanson, who was our distributor there, she put me on it. And I didn't even notice the passing. It kicked it with me more or less straight away. Well, for the first week, I was out there shoveling snow at about 10 o'clock at night from our pathway, which is unusual for me. I'm normally at the bar giving it some of that. But I've been taking it since regularly for the last 4 years, at least 2 ounces a day. It's become habit now, and I feel great.
In 1922, I planted a seed. It grew into a tree, a big, tall tree. It shades you all, it gives you fruit, and it provides those blessings that nature always gives.
I thought I knew much about the mystery of plants and started to integrating molecules of different plants, and eventually I came about with a preparation that was really helpful, and from then on I started perfecting it. One night I was working hard to solve my last problem on the formulation, and I got very, very tired, went home, fell asleep, and had a very vivid dream. And in that dream, I really found the key to this formulation. I rushed next day to the lab, and sure enough, I had it. And no one can come up with an answer except that we feel that it has to do something with the blood and to the purification, oxygenation, and so on. It produces results which are sometimes completely out of the ordinary.
Many have tried to duplicate this original formula, but have never come close. A singular product that simply has no peers, and that no amount of marketing hype can replace the true effectiveness of a one-of-a-kind product that has made it one of the largest-selling liquid nutritional supplements in the world.
For a lifetime, it has helped me and my family and friends. In 60 years, given time, I have never seen this product fail once in helping do some good for the people using it.